Hello, everybody. It's yours truly here, David Ballison here on the David God Sports channel. Welcome to episode number 2 of Let's Talk Football. I am David here, your main host, and today I am here with Brian Morton.
Yep, it's great to be back yet again for Let's Talk Football. Going over the week 2 recap and then getting into the week 3 preview going into the start of tomorrow.
That's right, and or as we're filming this, and uh, Chester and Victor are not here right now, but we may or may not see him there on the show, but only time will tell. No worries if it does show up, of course. I mean, podcasts have done this before when only have two people on because others can't make it. But all this matters to me is to get this episode out for you guys to enjoy and do our best to make this episode best for you. Which we are just getting started with the show. We are still right now getting trying to get more experience with the show. I can tell you right now in October we are to try a different format to the show. Have some maybe have some seconds here. Who knows? Maybe have someone new on as a backup. I guess you could say a backup quarterback for the show. But like I said, only time will tell. And most likely, we will be filming this show every Wednesday and upload this on Thursday mornings at 6 5 Central. So Brian, take it away.
All right. So basically you start off with this is the week 2 recap as last Thursday night where the Los Angeles Chargers to be exact going up against those Kansas City Chiefs. And man, oh man, it was a good game though. With Jalen Watson picked off Justin Herbert at the goal line early in the fourth with a 99-yard go-ahead touchdown to have the Chiefs win the game on this one, a very close one to be exact, 27-24.
Well,
Yep. Even though didn't see that game, but I heard it was a really good game. I will say though, it's looking. I mean, Chiefs. Though, I mean, it's going to be a tough team for the AFC West though, and then Chargers on the other hand. I mean, again, it's still early in the season. Hopefully, Chargers can change things around of what certain mistakes they have made, but can improve
yeah.
on it for the next for that week to come. But
And I
in this next, go ahead.
and I didn't see any football this weekend because I was in Boston, but I'll make sure to watch football this week. But continue on.
Yes. But yeah, continuing on with this next game as the New York Jets going up against those Cleveland Browns, or in Lucas's case, like to say, the Cleveland Clowns. And I'm like, that sounds familiar. I'm like, yeah, I know. But, however, though, Joe Flacco fired a 15-yard touchdown to Garrett Wilson with 22 seconds left, in the fourth, where after the Browns blew a 2-touchdown lead and by God, did not expect that coming, all that. So this one, the New York Jets getting the win over the Browns, 31-30. Again, another close game.
Mm-hmm.
Still, what a day for Joe Flacco. Didn't do too bad though. Even though, despite from last week's performance, so not a very good start with Flacco, but did improve on that week number 2.
Yep.
And then we get into this next game. We got the Washington Commanders going to go up against the Detroit Lions. As Jared Goff to be exact, throws 4 touchdown passes, even though Carson Wentz did pretty well though. But still, the Lions have a way to win that game with a score of 36-27.
Mm.
Did pretty good though for both Goff and Carson Wentz. It's going to be interesting going into next, like I mentioned, going into next week's, but only time will tell on that. All right, here we go. In this next game, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going up against those New Orleans Saints. And man, oh man, Brady got out of there with a win for the Bucks in this one, 20-10. Not too shabby at all for Brady and his crew. And however, this next game comes along as the Carolina Panthers going up against those New York Giants. And man, oh man, Giants pulled away with the field goal. As speaking of which, the Giants picking up the win over the Panthers 19-16, where the Giants are 2-0 for the first time in 6 years.
That's pretty crazy.
It is. I mean, my gosh. Yeah, since 2016 season, I mean, goodness sakes. It's been a while for the Giants, and they pulled it off on that one. And this next game, though, to be exact, man, oh man. Those New England Patriots going up against those Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh man, and I will say, with Steelers, without TJ Watt though with the injury. However, the Patriots got the win. However, in a very close one though, Steelers had the opportunities though, but could not work that out very well. So in that case, the Patriots winning over the Steelers 17-14.
There you go. This is what the Patriots need to keep doing this season. Mac Jones, he is a talented player, which I can see, and if that team keeps doing it like this, very close game as well, like by only a few points, and if they keep doing it like this for the rest of the season, they could be very hungry for a deep postseason run after just shy of getting out of that wild card round. So, the Patriots, I really hope you keep playing this way.
Yes, indeed. However, this next game, though, comes along as the Indianapolis Colts going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And all I got to say to the Colts fans, you should have won that game, but you didn't.
Mm-hmm. They could have.
They could have won, but they did not at all. So with that, Jaguars winning in this one, no problem whatsoever, 24-0. As speaking of which, the Jags home win streak versus the Colts reaches to 8 at home. And man, oh man, this next game that I'm looking forward to going over this one. Could I say a comeback to be exact?
The Dolphins.
Yes. The Dolphins and the Ravens going at it. And
how about those Dolphins?
Yeah, rally from 21 down. Tagovailoa did it all. And it was a really close game, though. Man, 42-38. They got the win in Baltimore since 1997.
Crud. That's how the Patriots start with the Dolphins. I mean, the Dolphins.
Oh yeah.
What quarter did they start having that comeback? Again, I'm trying to remember.
I think if I remember this correctly, I would say either the third or the fourth. At least the fourth, I would say.
And they were down 21.
Yeah, 21 points.
That's up to Patriots stuff right there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow. That man, my goodness.
Hmm.
And we go into this next game though. We have the Atlanta Falcons going up against those Los Angeles Rams, where it is again another close game though. Rams pulled away on this one over the Falcons 31-27.
Yep.
And it was again a close game. Either team could go either way, but then it was just the Rams getting the win, no problem. And this next game, though, the Seattle Seahawks going up against the San Francisco 49ers, where unfortunately, with the rookie starting quarterback, Trey Lance, is out due to a season ending injury, where Jimmy Garoppolo, Jimmy G, comes off the
Yep.
bench. And the 49ers had no problem whatsoever against those Seahawks, 27-7.
Wow.
Yep, no problem whatsoever for the Niners. Hopefully they
Se-
keep up the momentum though for this next week. Again, once who knows? We'll have to wait and see going into week number 3. But yeah, go ahead, David.
Shout out to C. Cougar for the 49ers.
Yes, indeed. And then the next game, though, man, another good one. Cincinnati Bengals going up against those Dallas Cowboys. As the Cowboys winning in this one by a field goal, 20-17. And with that, as mentioned from last week, where Dak Prescott already got his did undergo surgery with the right thumb, so he will be again mentioned he'll be out for a while to be exact, about 6 to 8 weeks. So filling in for Dak Prescott was none other than Cooper Rush, taking over the quarterback position till Prescott comes back healthy. Man, it was no problem for the Cowboys whatsoever.
Hmm.
And this next game, where the Houston Texans going up
Yep.
against the Denver Broncos. Oh, man. I will say, though, besides last week where we faced the Seahawks, too many penalties. I mean, some were okay, again, were understandable. And some wouldn't be necessary to call. And then some bad plays as well. Some of the bad calls that should have been made, but did not. And another one thing I forgot I will mention: Nathaniel Hackett, head coach of the Broncos, first year to be exact, and he's used to be like an offensive coach for the Packers at the time, but now a Bronco being the head coach.
Hmm.
All I'm going to say is you better have some, let's just say, a little bit better on some thinking. Let's just say thinking before you do all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
say, for example, from last week, you didn't trust Wilson to go for the 4th and 5 with the game on the line at the 4th.
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden you go where Brandon McManus, 64-yard field goal, off to the left, no good.
Yep.
However, And I will say this: Russell Wilson. I mean, all I gotta say is that was a sloppy game, though. For even though Broncos won the game, though.
23-13.
No. 16-9.
Oh wait, no, 16-9. I'm okay at the moment.
Yeah, that's all good. But still, again, Daniel Hackett needs to realize he needs to think before he does anything.
Yeah.
Probably use his mind next time. So that's all that aside. And then this next game, man, oh man, the Arizona Cardinals going up against the Las Vegas Raiders. Man, oh man, the Cardinals got the win in the final overtime of Murphy's 59-yard fumble return for the Cardinals to get the first win of the season over those Las Vegas Raiders. 29-26.
Wow.
No problem. It was really close down to the wire, but then Cardinals pulled it away on that one, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
And on last Sunday Night Football, where the Chicago Bears going up against those cheeseheads, the Green Bay Packers. Long time rivalry in the making, been there and done that. And with that, Aaron Rodgers did much better than week number 1. And that was no problem against the Bears, where they won this one 27-10. Man, that was no problem on that one for Aaron Rodgers. So Fields, yeah, he did all right, just wasn't his best game on this one.
Yeah.
And then we get into last Monday Night Football, the doubleheader, where it features on ESPN and also on ESPN2, where the Tennessee Titans going up against the Buffalo Bills. And as for the Titans, not very good at all. They just, Tannehill did not do well. Where Josh Allen had no problem whatsoever winning that game 41-7. Yeah, a big ouch for the Titans. Not very good. And then we get into the final doubleheader game for Monday Night Football, featured on ABC, though. I was about to almost say ESPN, but I know what I meant to say. But all joking aside there, where they had the Minnesota Vikings going up against those Philadelphia Eagles. And I got to say this, Jalen Hurts did pretty well on that one. And as for Kirk Cousins, try 3 picks and all that. Not very good at all. That was tough for the Vikings. Mm-hmm. However, the win features the Eagles getting the win over the Vikings on this one, 24-7, the final score.
Yep.
And before we get into the week 3 preview, oh man, how do I want to rate this week? Not this week, but going into week 2. Oh man. I think they did much better than week 1.
Yeah. I have to agree because there were a lot of exciting games this weekend. I mean, a lot of comebacks, a lot of overtime games, and it was a pretty exciting week for the National Football League.
Indeed. And as for a rating on this for week 2, I would say in this one, at least a 9 or 9.5 on that one. Much, even though they did much better.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Now we get into the week 3 preview for the 2022 NFL season, where it features the following. To start off, which is tomorrow for even as mentioned, it is pre-recorded. As they start off with this one, the Pittsburgh Steelers going up against the Cleveland Browns on that one. One of them will be going to 2-1, and the other will go to 1-2.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be it's going to be a good game nonetheless. And then we get into Sunday, where it involves all those teams, and it's going to be first one of the following, where the Houston Texans, as they go up against the Chicago Bears in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And for both teams, are 0-2 in this one. We have the Las Vegas Raiders will go up against the Tennessee Titans. Again, one of them will be going to 1-2, and the other will fall down to 0-3.
Yep.
And this next one, though, where it involves the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs, going up against the Indianapolis Colts. Man. I think in this one, it's going to be really I mean, either way can happen, but I think in this one, I would say the Chiefs winning it should be no problem against the Colts.
Yeah.
So with that, moving on to the next game, where it involves the Buffalo Bills going up against the Miami Dolphins, both 2-0 in this matchup. Again, one of them will go to 3-0, and the other might go to 2-1 to end the little streak. Should be interesting on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then this next one, as mentioned, we have the Detroit Lions going up against the Minnesota Vikings. And both of them are 1-1 in this matchup. Again, one of them will go to 2-1, and the other will go 1-2. Or again, maybe a tie. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see what happens on there.
Yep.
And this next matchup, again, same scenario like the last game I mentioned. It involves the Baltimore Ravens going up against the New England Patriots.
First game at home for the Patriots this season, and I can tell you right now, I will be doing a live reaction to that for the first home game.
Yes.
And that is at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yep, indeed. It's going to be a good one on that one.
And yes, it will be on this YouTube channel.
Yes. All right, and this next matchup involves the two teams, which is the following. Cincinnati Bengals, the current AFC champions, going up against the New York Jets. This is going to be really interesting, though. Oh, if the Jets can keep going like they did last week, and again, we'll see what happens. Bengals need to get a win on this one. And as for being the AFC champions, if they keep on losing, it ain't going to go really well for the Bengals at all throughout for this year alone.
Yeah.
And this next matchup features the following. The Philadelphia Eagles going up against the Washington Commanders. And again, a good old rivalry in this one. It's going to be a real interesting matchup. It could go either way between either the Eagles or the Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
But again, time will tell on that one. This one's going to be a good one, I will say, in this matchup between the Eagles and Commanders. However, we get into this next one where it involves the New Orleans Saints going up against the Carolina Panthers. I will say the Panthers needs to will need to get a win somehow. If they don't, again, same scenario with the Bengals. They're probably not gonna have a good season this year. Maybe the Saints should have no problem against the Panthers. No problem. Maybe. Only time will tell on that one. And then we get into the next matchup where the Jacksonville Jaguars going up against those Los Angeles Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah. This one, they're both, again, 1-1. This is going to be a real good one to see. I mean, in this one, I would say Herbert is going to hopefully can learn his lesson, from last Thursday. I mean, even though I mentioned it was a good game, though, for the Chargers and the Chiefs, they're going to have to get some plans going into that game against the Jaguars, getting into what they need to improve on and what they need to be added of their offensive and defensive tactics of the Jaguars.
Yeah.
And this next one, the Los Angeles Rams going up against the Arizona Cardinals. That one's going to be a good one to see. Both of them from the NFC West. Looking forward to see if one of them will go to 2-1, other go to 1-2 on this one. I mean, it's going to be a real good game, I will say, though. Again, only time will tell. And this next matchup, though, features the following as the Atlanta Falcons going up against those Seattle Seahawks. I mean, I would say in this one, the Seahawks probably will get the win, no problem on that one. As the Falcons probably are, again, not doing good as to start off 0-2.
Yeah.
Unless, if by far some miracle happens, Falcons might get the win. Who knows? I mean, it's going to be a real interesting game. Geno Smith, and their new quarterback, Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota. It's going to be really interesting to see both Mariota and Geno Smith go out.
I have a hot take.
Yeah, go ahead.
Arizona's going to win it.
Oh, for the last one, okay.
For the team that you mentioned, that if a miracle will happen, that's...
Oh, yeah, the Falcons. That's right.
The Falcons, yeah.
That's right.
The Falcons, how are they going to win?
Yes. And this next one's going to be another good one where it involves the Green Bay Packers going up against those Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, man. Another good matchup. Aaron Rodgers did improve from last week for week 2. Again, Tom Brady, yet again, doing his own thing, as always.
Yep.
And this matchup, I will say, I would love to see the Packers winning it in this one, but I think the Buccaneers are going to get the W on that one. Should be no problem.
Who knows?
Exactly. And then we get into And we get into Sunday Night Football on NBC, where it involves the San Francisco 49ers going up against the Denver Broncos. Oh, man, this is going to be a good one where Jimmy Garoppolo and Russell Wilson even though Jimmy did pretty well though against the Seahawks last week, and then the Broncos on the other end with Russell Wilson. I mean, he did not bad with over 200 yards, and then one touchdown on that one. I mean, it was sloppy, I will say. Hopefully, again, hopefully the head coach Nathaniel Hackett can have some good thoughts and all that, and also try to think before doing it, like say from last week and even the week before.
Yeah. And as we hit the 30-minute mark of recording, Chester will not be here, but he did tell me that he'll be around for weekly, so no worries.
Alrighty, yes, indeed. Again, either team can go either way in this matchup.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get to Monday Night Football on ESPN or on ABC, where it involves this. The Dallas Cowboys going up against those New York Giants. Man, this is going to be a good one. I mean, let's see. We'll have to wait and see if Cooper Rush, can hold off, over the Giants to end their little streak.
Yeah.
I mean, the Giants, though, I will say, coming off with some miracles the past 2 weeks. My gosh. From the last week, I mean, goodness sakes, involved the Panthers, and even week number 1 with the one and only Tennessee Titans. I mean, good gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Again, really, really close games. Could it be another close game with the Cowboys? Again, time will tell on this one. Really, really interesting. I mean, this Monday Night Football should be a great one.
I agree.
Both teams from the NFC East go at it. And again, looking forward to that matchup.
Now let's get to the news.
Yes, indeed. Basically, in this news, because I'm trying to look for some great news for everybody. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, yeah, well, here's the thing. Give me a sec. Stand by on that one. All right. Basically, the top headlines where quarterback Kyler Murray on fan who hit him with no hard feelings. Yeah, again with the fan thing. This, I mean, good gosh.
No hard feelings, then context.
Yeah. Context of that, folks. Should have been more than that, but yeah, to let face smacks that happened in Vegas, stays in Vegas.
Yeah.
That moron fan did that. Hopefully, he'll be in jail for what he did to Mr. Kyler Murray. I mean, and of course they are investigating allegations that a fan in the stand struck. My gosh, and he could not, and Murray did not condone the smack at all, but he also didn't act that he wanted to hold a grudge on the fan. I mean, that is, again, crazy. I mean, goodness sakes. Not very good at all. But, however, in other news, though, let me see. Oh, yeah. Justin Fields tries to clarify post game remark where in quote saying, I respect every fan that we have. Besides the 27-10 loss to the Packers. I
Hmm.
mean, and then he was saying in quote saying, yeah, it hurts more than the locker room than the Bears fans. And he was saying at the end of the day, they aren't putting in any work. I see the guys in the locker room every day. I see how much work they put in. Coming out a disappointing loss like this, it hurts. I mean, it does. I mean, and that's tough
Mm-hmm.
for the Bears. I mean, hopefully again turn them around on that one.
Yeah.
And there is a some source regarding to the NFL warns Arians over a sideline conduct in week 2.
Hmm.
Yeah, the former Tampa Bay Buccaneers coach Bruce Arians, a warning about his conduct on the sideline against the New Orleans Saints. Man, oh man, my goodness.
Crazy.
Yeah, again, craziness once more. Arians, who now works in the Bucks front office as a senior assistant to general manager Jason Light, was on the sideline during the Bucks 20-10 win over the Saints. Became very animated when cornerback Marshawn Lattimore was not called for pass interference on a pass intended for wide receiver Scotty Miller, which led to not only quarterback Tom Brady confronting officials, but wide receiver Mike Evans. Yes, Mike Evans being ejected from the game along with Lattimore.
Mm-hmm.
However, in this one, Evans has received a 1-game suspension that he appealed the punishment, which was upheld by appeals officer James Rash on Wednesday, which is again, hopefully he does learn his lesson not to do that again,
Yep.
since he'll be out in that game against the Packers that we mentioned on the program.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is just again. I'm just gonna say this. Hopefully, he doesn't do this again, like later on the season. But unless he can control his temper and all that, which I doubt he will. But again, we'll see what happens from there.
Yep.
Oh, and some sources regarding to the Pats trade. Yeah, offensive tackle Justin Heron to the Las Vegas Raiders.
One word. Why?
Exactly.
Why would why would you trade that player right now?
Yeah, and even to the Las Vegas Raiders that he wanted to reuniting Heron with his former offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels. I'm just again, why on God's green earth are you thinking? And plus, the Patriots will receive a 2024 sixth-round pick from the Raiders in the trade, while Heron and a 2024 seventh-round pick go to the Raiders, according to sources familiar with the terms.
Hmm.
Ugh. Again, this hope. I mean, hopefully it may not be true. I mean, some of them may not. Some of them be true. Who knows?
That
Again,
is true.
yeah. Again, time will tell on that. All right, and this next one though, the ex Brown, Joe Hayden, retiring cornerback, signing a one-day NFL contract to retire with the Cleveland Browns.
Hmm.
I mean, Hayden did pretty well though, even though he's 33 years old, but that is understandable. Basically,
Yeah.
cornerback ends a 12-year NFL career spent in Cleveland and also in Pittsburgh, where he spent the 2017 to 2021 seasons with the Steelers after being released by the Browns. Served as a steady presence in the Steelers secondary, starting 66 games and racking up 10 interceptions during his time in Pittsburgh, but dealt with a foot injury last season when he missed 5 games. It did not record an interception.
I can see that's part of the reason with Edge why he wants to retire now.
And yep, I mean, I can understand with the injury and the foot injury to be exact, which is understandable just to retire while you can. Though I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if you keep going and going and all that, injuries are going to come and bite you in the rear
Yeah.
in the long run. And in his NFL career, though, Hayden with 148 starts, totaled 615 tackles, 29 interceptions, and 2 touchdowns. Also selected to 3 Pro Bowls.
Mm.
And with that, I wish nothing but the best for Joe Hayden on
Same
his
here.
retirement.
Same here. And who knows? You might see him on TV as a broadcaster,
Yes.
but who knows?
Yeah. All
So is
right.
that it, Brent?
Yes.
Is that it for the news, or how many we have left?
I actually have one more. This one's going to be another one. Buffalo Bills. Bobby Hart suspended 1 game after hitting Tennessee Titans coach after the game.
Really?
Yes, I'm not kidding.
Why he would to hit his coach? Why he would do that after the game? Like
Oh,
what's
not just that, David. And Bobby Hart from the Bills, he instead of swing, he took a swing at a Titans player following, but instead hitting the Tennessee coach, not his own coach, David.
why would he do that?
I mean, still that. I mean, still, was that necessary for you to do that after the game? Okay, I mean, I can understand if you have a grudge. Okay, that's fine, but take it elsewhere, not on the freaking field.
Or at least talk it out?
Yeah, exactly. And if that, let's just and like if I let's just say, I mean, a little bit off topic, it's like if I had a problem with somebody, at least I talk about it. I was like, okay, look, we do this or we do that, and hash things out and cut the
But
slack once and for all.
why would he do that after the game? Like, what is the context about this? Like, give us reasons of why he did that.
Yeah, it was saying that okay, because I know it was they did suspend Buffalo Bills as mentioned Bobby Hart for 1 game after the league said took a swing at a Titans player following Monday night's game, but instead hit a Tennessee coach. Where in this one saying per the league's release announcing the suspension for violating unsportsmanlike conduct rules, Hart's actions came at a conclusion of the Bills' 41-7 victory. Neither the Titans player whom Hart took a swing at nor the coach hit by Hart were identified by the NFL.
You guys won the game. Why would you need to hit someone after you win the game? Is that all that matters? Is to win the game?
I mean, yeah, but still, you don't need to just do that. like to
You guys
rub
won.
it in.
You guys won the game. That's all that matters. If it was a loss, and then stuff happened, then I could see that. But you guys just won the game. Just be happy you won the game. If there's something going on, deal with it later. But you guys won the game. You guys should be at least be happy with that. Your Bills team are very good. There's Be aware of that and go for it to season one. You don't
Yes.
need anything like this to happen. And this happens after you guys won the game. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah. Me either. And of course, the vice president of football operations, John Runyon, that as both teams were heading to the tunnel, walked out directly across the field to seek out your opponent, then approach him near the end zone, and the coach had to hold you back as others shook hands. And I don't blame them one bit. I mean, doing this again. I mean, I will say the Bills have a good team this year. I will say that.
Mhm.
But the thing is, again, was that really necessary for you to do that after the game? No, you don't need to do that. But the thing is, that was not necessary at
Mhm.
all.
Yeah,
Yeah. Again,
but
hopefully Hart learns his lesson from this.
and hopefully we can get more information about this because doing this after a win is just crazy to me. But anyway, I do have something on here that I recently found out before we end the show
Yeah, go ahead.
that the former NFL receiver, wide receiver Antonio Brown, to perform as a rapper in Worcester at the Whiskey on Water, and
Oh my god. I heard about this. Oh my god.
I'm just like, all right, let me see if I could. Uh, on water. Antonio Brown will be in Massachusetts Thursday, but not for football. The former NFL wide receiver will be performing as a rapper at Worcester nightclub Whiskey on Water. The concert is set to begin at 8:30 p.m. with three DJs, including DJ Juice and DJ S3 and S3S and DJ Trent. The concert will end at 2 a.m. according to the web page. Tickets are also now and selling from $35 to $40. Previous tiers of $20 and $25 have sold out. Brown last played in the NFL with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2021. His contract was terminated on January 6th, 4 days after the bizarre incident during uh, a game against the Jets, where, of course, he took off his shirt on the sidelines to appear to the crowd and walked out the field. Brown suited up for the New England Patriots for one game in 2019 in regard for receptions and one touchdown. The former NFL receiver turned rapper performed at the Rolling Loud Music Festival in Miami in July. Um, in my city, Worcester. Well, I'm just wondering here, why from 8:30 p.m. to 2 a.m.?
I just don't get it.
That is like um 9, 10, that is like 6, almost 6 hours.
Okay, basically, so basically, I'm trying to think because you said, oh, wait a second.
8:30 to 2 a.m.
Oh, yeah, okay. So basically, 4, yeah, 5, close to 6, about 5.5 hours.
Yeah, 5.5 hours performing as a rapper, and I'm just like doing so basically from NFL player to a rapper. I don't know what's going on with that guy now, but
Yeah.
good luck with that.
Yep.
And I mean, I don't know if he has really officially retired his has. I don't know if he actually officially announced his retirement. Like I don't remember seeing anything as far as retirement. I I mean, the last thing we heard of him is basically the whole shenanigans that happened at the beginning of this year with him, Antonio Brown, as for taking off his shirt, and of course there was some stories about which guy is like right, is it him or the coach? Um, uh, and about his injury and all that, which fake or real, um, because I mean he was actually pointing when he said, "Oh, it's so bad." He, but I don't know what's going on with that guy now. I don't know what team is gonna get him to play. Um, I don't know if he's ever to play again. I think everybody is saying. I think everybody will agree that he's not going to play again. I think the NFL career for him is over. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with him in the future of his career. I don't follow him on social media, but um, I just don't know what's going on with that guy. But I mean, we'll see what happens because you know I'm just not quite sure what's going on with him.
Yep. Indeed.
So that is going to be it for the second edition of Let's Talk Football. I want to thank everybody for watching this second edition. Um, till next Thursday, um, where we're going to be talking about week number 3. So stay tuned for that one. Have any final words?
I will say though, I mean, hopefully this will go to a better week number 3 getting into this, and have to wait for week number 4 coming along for the preview. So again, we'll have to wait on that one. So
Yep.
I'm done on my end.
Yep. And like I said, I didn't watch any football this week because I was in Boston, but um, I will be definitely be watching this weekend, especially with the Patriots being at home for the first time this year. I am really looking forward to that game. And I'm just making sure what team they're playing again. They're going to be playing against the Pack. Well, no, not the Google being crud. The Ravens. The week after, the Patriots will be at Packers home, but um, the Patriots will be at home this Sunday, September 25th at 1 p.m. playing the Ravens. And of course, the Patriots are 1-1, and the Ravens are 1-1. So it could go either way for this. So we'll see what happens. And as for the Broncos, let me just
Yep.
Well, right
You
up
already know
here.
it's the 49ers. We go up.
Yep. And you
Jimmy
guys,
G. Looking forward to the matchup with Wilson and Jimmy G.
Sunday, 8 p.m. Of course, both teams have the same record, 1-1. We'll see what happens. But that's going to be it for this one. I want to thank everyone for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Good night, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe to the Democracy Network for great more content like this one.